that's all wrong. This day. This day should not have happened. Cannot have happened. He's dead. He's dead, but the world goes on turning. He's dead, but I still breathe. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. My baby. My baby boy. My Jesus. From a miraculous birth to a meaningless death. How could this be so? This is it. This is Simeon's sword piercing my soul, and my heart and my life pour out through the hole. You were meant for much more, so much more than this. You were God's begotten Son. An angel heralded your birth. At your death, there were none. Your death, torture and murder more like. No mother should witness what I have witnessed today. They spat, they kicked, and they shouted their scorns, and they mocked you and beat you and crowned you with thorns. Hands that I held when they were little and soft were nailed to a cross which they hoisted aloft. An image I'll never unsee. A pain. A pain that will never leave me. You giving up your life, hanging on a tree. A death for murderers and those guilty of thievery. But you, that wasn't you, my dear darling boy. You were meant to be the Messiah. You were going to save us all, and I've seen it. The water into wine. The healings. The miracles. You weren't meant to die. You were meant to be king. I thought you were the promised. Seems I don't know a thing. And as I lower my head, too weak even to sleep, I'm lost. And I'm hopeless. Nothing left but to weep.
Well, well, well. What do you know? Mr. Son of Man, Mr. Light of the World, Mr. It is Written. You remember that? Do you? It is written. I offered you the world, a kingdom like no other, if you would just worship me. If you would just fall down, bow down. But you turned me down. You cast me down! But who's down now? And to think, we actually feared you. You who went around casting us out. You who preached hope. You who healed and raised. But I should be praised. Look at me. Morning star. I've come so far. No longer the serpent wooing the woman with whispered words of seduction. This is my world. Or did you forget that I had been given dominion? The mistake that you made, if you care for my opinion, is coming to battle here, on my turf. You see, manipulating these insects is an art I perfected, and it was just too easy to ensure you'd be rejected. You're not the one they expected. Or did you think that you'd be somehow protected? That you'd be the king that they selected? Elected, that you'd be the man? Was that your plan? Did you even have a plan? I'm sure that you did, but I am the reason you failed. I am the reason that you got nailed. I watched and I grinned as you wept and you wailed, impaled with a spear in your side, proving you died, your mother and brothers scattered, mystified. Still, at least you tried. Oh, I know, little Jesus. This is not the ending you choose. But checkmate, game's over. I win, and you lose. Liar! Cheater! You were dead! You were slain! How are you here? How are you back again? No fair. I was the winner. I watched you die like a sinner. Like a sinner. Oh, well played. No sin means no death. One is the wage of the other. So when you died on that cross, you took the place of another. Or in this case, others. Your sisters and brothers. I should have known you were bluffing. I should have known you would never suffer for nothing. The clues were all there. I should have seen it coming. All those blood sacrifices. The atonement ram. You're the Passover lamb.
It's just so amazing. This day, this is the greatest day there has ever been. And you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I should tell you off for scaring your mother so. But given the circumstances, I think I can let it go. Let it go. I want to shout it, sing it, dance, full of joy, I'm gonna tell the whole world about you, precious boy.
Well, this fight isn't over. You may offer salvation, but they still have to choose. Their soul is a treasure, and it's one they can lose. Gentiles and Jews, I'll use every ruse, every lie in the book, every cheap-baited hook. I'll make them take idols without them even knowing. They won't even notice the deceit that I'm sowing. There'll be no emancipation, not in this or any nation. No godly revelation that leads to elation. This will be worship cessation.
It's real. It's really real. Every prophecy that was spoken, every promise God made, it's all true. You're the king, and your kingdom won't fade. My boy, my Jesus, Messiah, Emmanuel, you are. My joy is overflowing. I'm shining just like your birth star. An amazing birth, an amazing return. Your plan was courageous. I can't stop smiling. And I think it might be contagious. You told us and told us, and yet we wouldn't hear. Yet it all starts to make sense. Things aren't always as they appear. I don't understand how, but I understand what it means. Your death and resurrection, many lives. It redeems. You are your Father's son. World, you'd better sit up and listen, because there's some good news coming your way.
No. This war isn't over. We've only begun. They won't come to you if they don't believe what you've done. If they don't believe that you're real, then they'll never kneel. Their peace I will steal. How does that make you feel? See, it's only too easy for me to sow a seed, a whisper or two. That's all that I need. The age of the earth, a virgin giving birth, a massive global flood. This Bible offers no worth. Or if not filled with doubt, then too busy to care. Entertainment and work. Man's every temptation laid bare. Now, this isn't over. My chance isn't gone. If you want to fight, then Jesus, you're on.
This is my son, and his name is peace. His name is love. His name is freedom. His name is salvation. His name is healing. His name is hope. This is God's Son, and his name is Jesus. Death couldn't keep him. He stands in victory today. My darling boy Jesus has shown he's the way. And as I think of his hands that are no longer little or soft bearing the scars of the suffering he didn't deserve. As I think of his hands, I realize that my family is about to get a whole lot bigger.